One of the biggest things we wish for is to live longer, right? I want to be 74 plus. Well, Dr. Mitchell Rosen says that pretty soon living to 100, 120, or even 130 will become increasingly common. He explains it all in his book, The Great Age Reboot, and says that we can start preparing for the age revolution to live younger. He's joining us now to talk more. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Ashley. Thank you. Yes, since 1890, public health and medicine has expanded life expectancy by about 2.5 years every 10 years. So we've gone from a life expectancy of 41 in 1890 to roughly 78 now. But in the next decade, due to research into the basic mechanisms of aging itself, we're likely, we're 80% probable, to get to be 90, if you will. When we're 90, we're going to function as if we're 40. So in 1998, we predicted that 60 would be the new 40. That came to pass. Now with an 80% probability, due to the 14 areas of research into the basic aging mechanism, when you're 90, you're going to function as though you're 40. So you're going to get to be a lot younger longer.
Okay, now I like this idea, okay? I want to live as long as I possibly can, but many people don't find the idea of living well into our 90s very appealing. So how does your vision of aging in the future counter all of those negative images?
Well, you're no longer going to be the 90 of today. You're going to be functioning much younger. Let me give you an example. Plasma exchange started in 1960s at UC San Francisco, the University of California, San Francisco, where the convoys did young blood into old rats. Young rats gave blood to old rats, and what happened? The old rats became young. It was thought it was something in blood, but what they've found is it's really donating a unit of plasma, and people get paid for that. Graduate students make money for that now. But when they do that in animal species, and it's been done in two, makes their muscles young, their cardiovascular system and heart younger, even their liver and pancreas younger. Now what they've found is that in randomized controlled trials in humans, the AMBAR study, it actually changes brain aging, so it actually reverses early Alzheimer's disease in randomized controlled study. Now we're getting a bigger randomized controlled study, but that's what's happening in each of these 14 areas. So one of the things is, why do we say to exercise a little bit strenuously? A little bit of the time, because that stresses a muscle, that turns on a gene that produces a small protein that also goes across your brain and increases the hippocampal size. That decreases dementia risk because it grows your hippocampus.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that are now happening.
Yeah, you touch on so many great things in this book. I mean, housing, how we're going to afford it in the future, all of that. So you guys got to go out there, get this book today. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Now it's time for a break, everyone, but I promise we will be right back with more Everyday Northwest.